When dealing with technical documentation, I always find myself losing track of the process and eventually left confused about how I got to that certain point on the command line. So I figured I'd create a video series that covers some of the basics of how newcomers can take part in progressing the development of Ark Ecosystem. Learning how to work with blockchains shouldn't be difficult, and I believe it's something everyone should expose themselves to. Hi, I'm Del, a delegate at Ark Ecosystem, and today I will be showing you how to set up your own Ark Relay node and teach you the basics of what you can do to help secure this growing network. But first, let me tell you a little bit about Ark. Ark Ecosystem is a blockchain-based platform that utilizes a delegated proof-of-stake system, or DPoS for short, to secure their blockchains, which results in a less polluted and more cost-efficient alternative to that of using a traditional proof-of-work system that's typically used by Bitcoin. Unlike blockchains that utilize a proof-of-work algorithm, which requires constant high computing power and electricity, Ark's algorithm only utilizes the bare minimum of running a relatively standard cloud server to help secure it. With 51 delegate positions available to secure the network, where each one is responsible to process transactions and receive rewards by what's known as forging, where every 8 seconds a new block is propagated on the network with the reward of 2 Ark. As a relay node host, you will be able to help secure this network by checking it for any faults and aiding in its decentralization. To begin, you must first choose a cloud service provider. You can choose any cloud provider you wish so long as you can get the following requirements. Similarly, you can use any cloud provider from the range that are available, but if you are unsure, here are a few that I would recommend. For the sake of the video, I will be using Vultr, and as a reminder, you can find all the links to the things I mentioned in the description box below. Let's begin by first signing into your Vultr account. I have already completed that step and will now proceed to provisioning a new server with the required specifications. When the server is ready, you'll receive an indication in your home dashboard. When it's ready, click into it and you will first see your login and password. Your initial login will always be root, but your password will be randomized. When you receive your credentials, you can connect to the server via terminal if you are using a Mac or Linux, or you can download something called PuTTY if you are running a Windows operating system. A link to PuTTY will be available in the description below. For this tutorial, I will be using a third-party software called Termius to manage my credentials as well as the server. When you first type in your credentials and hit login, you will be prompted on whether to create an RSA key. You can go ahead and click yes. In the next step, you will see that you are logged in as a root user. Now you will be able to create a new user by typing the following command. Type in the name you wish to call it. In my case, I called it Del. Continue with the prompts by pressing enter. When that is finished, you must give your user administrative permissions by typing the following. This grants your new account, sudo privileges. When finished, you should then switch your user by typing the following. And then to check if it worked, type who am I, and it should output the name of the new user. When you see that your name is shown, you can go ahead and continue by typing the following command. Once the command is entered, you can sit back and wait for the process to finish. You may encounter some update required and installed, but you can go ahead and ignore them for now and the process should continue. When it's finished, you will be able to choose what kind of network to connect to. Since we are testing this session, we will join the Devnet and download that database for it. When you select your network, you can name the database and put a password. Before starting your Devnet relay, make sure you type the following command in order to change the NPM channels to the latest release. When that is configured, go ahead and type Ark Relay Start, and your database will begin to download. This process takes up to 8 to 10 hours and can be followed by typing the following command. When it's finished, you will see that the blocks are being registered in real time. And that's it for how to set up your own Ark Relay node. The process is very much the same when running the mainnet. However, it gets a bit more complex when doing it on testnet. In the next video, I will strive to go over how to register a delegate and acquire funds to begin forging. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.